Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about something a little different than I normally do. I'm going to be talking about a couple of environmental disasters that happened throughout history. The first one I'm going to be talking about is the extinction of the passenger pigeon, or the Ectopistes migratorius for the scientific term. The extinction started in the 1800s when people decided the massive flocks of pigeons had to stop, and they thought that because these birds were in such large flocks, their hunting wouldn't affect the species. Unfortunately, when new technology came out, like the railroad, it allowed for hunters to follow the pigeons to their breeding grounds and ended up destroying the places that they bred. The combination of being hunted while flying, their eggs getting destroyed, and lack of restraint shown by the people, the birds ended up going extinct, the last one dying in September of 1914, which was towards the beginning of World War II. This did, however, spark the idea of conservatism with the environment. It got people to start noticing when animals started going extinct and trying to help them. The next environmental event that happened was the Gulf of Mexico Deep Horizons oil spill. A short summary of this event is that there was an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico that leaked about 3.19 million barrels worth of oil into the water. This happened a few days after the explosive sinking of the Deepwater Horizon oil rig, which was in the Gulf of Mexico. The oil leak happened throughout a space of approximately 87 days, and as I said before, spilled a bunch of oil. So the questions are, what did this do to the environment, and what animals did it affect? So the effect of the oil spill was relatively instantaneous. Dolphins were forced to swim through the oil, harming their gills and skins, and sea turtles were found basically suffocated on beaches, which is pretty bad. All the seabirds, once they got oil on their feathers, couldn't fly properly and couldn't find food as well because they couldn't dive into the water. This caused many seabird deaths and would have spiked the fish population, except the fish were being affected as well. So some of the fish species did grow because they had extra food from oil-eating microbes and stuff, but there have been studies that point to the idea that the oil helps cause heart problems in the fish, and there were reports of deformed fish in the Gulf due to the spill. Overall, the oil spill wasn't good, though it did force scientists to understand the ocean currents better, to get rid of the oil particles, and raised more awareness for the effect oil has on oceanic environments. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is the melting of the polar ice caps. This is something that's still happening and is causing a rise in the world's water level, threatening coastal areas and places like Holland from flooding entirely. So what's causing the polar ice cap melt is a multitude of things that are all summed up in global warming. This is generally a combination of how ocean currents are changing, increased carbon dioxide levels, the ozone dissipation, the Earth's magnetic protection disappearing, and a bunch of unlucky events happening to make the world go haywire. All of that, combined with the stuff humans are doing to the environment, is just creating a massive environmental disaster that is slow but imminent if nothing is changed. This event is starting to get scientists and environmentalists to understand that humans need to be more careful with carbon emissions, trash thrown in the oceans, landfill seeping in the soil, and all the other bad stuff that humans are doing to the earth. What this event is going to do to the environment is disrupt ocean cycles even more, release viruses that have been frozen in lakes for centuries, as well as heighten the ocean levels and destroy places near the coast. Well, that has been another video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.